Man, that nigga did it how I always wanted to do it, and I'll never be able to do it like that.
I think that I have issues with committing to buying pay-per-views because there's PLEs now.
Mm-hmm.
And my problem is that, all right, hear me out. $9.99, $49.99.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. Now look, okay, hold on 1 second. Now, $4.99, $4.99, $49.99. Am I cooking? Am I cooking with gas here?
I'm following you. I'm following.
Okay, so here's my thing. Here's my thing. Why would I pay $49.99 for anything? Like, why would I do that? Why would I do that? Why? For what? Like, what kind of sense does that make to do that? That's all I'm saying.
I think that's when you get your closest 5 friends together and y'all form Voltron.
Okay, that makes sense, but still, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do any of that. And
Cent
the only reason why
per week.
But what if? Okay, all right. Here we go. So let's say we do that, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Because do you go back and watch any pay-per-views that we have? Do you go back and watch any like any of the stuff that we bought from like AEW?
I try to when I get a chance to. Life been lifing, so I haven't been up to date on AEW pay-per-views as much. I'm definitely planning on watching All In though, so I'll definitely be sitting there for that. But like I told our hot take community, I said, hey, look, Joe gifted this to us last pay-per-view from AEW. Which one was that?
I forgot.
It wasn't All Out, was it?
I don't think it was All Out. No, it wasn't All Out. It was. I don't know what it
Revolution?
was. Yeah.
So that's why I said, hey, and we have a sizable community, so I was like, hey, this should be pretty easy. Like,
you know what, bro? You know what? Now that I think about it, I like the fact that our community is built and predicated on us being able to watch pay-per-views together, because what I'm learning is that watching wrestling by yourself with someone who like only knows a little bit about wrestling, like watching it with my wife is like, she knows a little bit about wrestling because she's not really into it like she used to be. But like watching it with like the homies and shit, like WrestleMania at the crib this year, so much fun. I'm too drunk to remember what happened because I was hammered. Thanks a lot, guys. You guys really fucked me up there and fucking ruined me. But yeah, it was great. I was fucked up though. I was out here bad, bro. I was out here bad. Let's just.
You were pretty chill. I don't think you were like toe down from the flow down. Like,
listen, because you know what? Because I'm not gonna lie to you. I did not give you guys. You guys left after I started playing spades, with my homie. Like when I played spades with my homie, it was ugly. I was out here like, yo, like I'm fucked up out here. I'm talking shit during spades, and I'm not a good spades player. I'm a terrible spades player. I am a shit spades player. I am terrible at fucking spades. I ain't gonna hold you. I am shit. So when I was playing, I was talking buku shit. I'm showing off my cards and shit. I'm showing this shit off like I'm playing Uno. No, Uno, I'm unstoppable. No, Uno, I'm unstoppable. But I'm out here showing my cards. I'm slamming this shit, talking shit to my wife like she don't know how to shoot a pistol and shit. I'm over here doing all type of shit, bro. It was ugly. It was ugly. So I'm glad. This year, what I want, and I'm gonna put it in public, I want Hot Take to go to Vegas. I need that to happen. Okay,
I
need those types of things.
I am with you.
Listen, if it's just me and you, like fuck it. If it's Harlem Heat in this bitch or an old school DX, let's just fucking do this shit and just fucking go.
Yeah,
right. Let's just fucking do this shit. Here we go.
It's Toxic Jose, Joe Freelon. He's so toxic.
All right, let's get this out the way right now. I'm Joe Freelon. I'm Toxic Jose. I am one part of the Hot Take Wrestling Podcast. Okay, for those of you that don't get that or don't understand the premise of that, I just do a bunch of social media shit with my bros and talk wrestling. That's really all this shit is. Okay, this is really all this shit is. Hold on one second. We gotta introduce one more person.
It's Big Oos, Old Man Logan, acknowledge him.
Greetings, salutations, everybody. Welcome to Hot Take Wrestling Podcast. This is your boy, Old Man Logan, aka Logan Hart. You know what I mean? You know the vibes. Jose Michaels over there. We're getting this episode done. Mid-season finale.
Jose Michaels is wild. Well, new nickname alert. Jose Michaels is on the rise. I'm doing that shit.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The toxic kid, Jose Michaels. God damn. Speaking of, happy birthday to Mr. Michael Hickenbauer, aka Shawn Michaels. His birthday did just pass. With that being said, bro, we got some shit to go over, bro. With some things to go over. And some everything else. My mommy is in the room. I hope you are getting rest. I hope you are good.
Hi, Mom.
My MAMI. Not my.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not my mama.
I thought mom. I was like, Mom, you grew, okay.
Angel, Secretary Angel. She's my mommy. She's my mom.
Hey, Angel.
This is a dynamic. So we got a lot of stuff to get into. We got a lot of things to go over. A lot of things to discuss. I'm going to go ahead and play these clips.
And now, your week in review.
All right. Well, let's start off with one thing and one thing only. SmackDown was SmackDown. SmackDown. I've never thought I would see the day where Raw is a more entertaining show than SmackDown would.
Well, we're not too far removed from Raw being the eighth show. So, SmackDown kind of cooling off. You got to attribute that. Solo, they trying to build him, but he's not main event level there just yet. No pun intended. Whereas on Raw, I said it in the Hot Take community group chat on Instagram. I said, I feel like Raw has the ingredients, and it kind of has been presented so far like the Ruthless Aggression era version of SmackDown, where SmackDown, you had all of the wrestling going on, all of the guys that you really wanted to pay attention to, the Kurt Angles, the Takers was over there, Eddie Guerrero, Chris Benoit, Jericho. Well, Jericho would bounce back and forth, but you had the scrappy bunch that was putting clinics on. Kurt Angle was killing, and then you had Raw where you had Evolution over there, and you had Trips doing Trip stuff, and it was the A brand, but it's because one guy is missing, bro, and it ain't gonna feel right until that guy comes back.
No, bro, I can't attribute it to that. I won't do that.
They haven't built. This is the WrestleMania fatigue. It hasn't worn off yet, unfortunately.
Agreed.
You know what I mean? Like it just. I think it's starting to unravel. I really feel like had they went a little sooner with this bloodline story of them, creating a new bloodline and maybe even having Orton turn heel already. I've been pushing and saying I thought that should have been SummerSlam's main event.
Yeah.
Had they done that, then maybe you wouldn't have the same feeling about SmackDown as you do right now. But here we are.
I feel like pushing Solo was something that should have been first, and then AJ Styles, and then maybe Solo again, and then AJ Styles again, because now this feels very forced. It doesn't feel very organic to have it go this way. I get the storytelling aspect of it with having Solo do certain things in a certain way, in a certain manner, But I would much rather have it where if it's Solo and if Solo's coming back, he's just trying to make sure that the landscape is what's best for his island. Like he's not really forcing the issue of trying to win the championship just yet.
You mean if
Because
Roman?
Huh?
You said if Solo come back. I said
I'm sorry. If Roman comes back, excuse me. If Roman comes back, what if I'm Solo? I just want to destroy everything and make sure that I'm the one that's in charge that's destroying it. That's it.
Let me ask
you.
Let me ask you a question. Since Roman, since Jimmy, since Jay have been absent, now Wiseman's gone, Paul Heyman's gone from the bloodline. Does the bloodline feel like it's still top tier, or does it feel like it's mid card? I'll be honest. Me personally, mid card.
Bloodline still feels like it's a main event top tier thing. The problem is that we don't like this version of Solo Sikoa because he's watered down and in a space where he's not as dominant as he ought to be. Because this version of the bloodline isn't a guy full of like alpha lions. This is a bloodline full of hyenas. Like these are guys that are just picking at the bones and the scraps and everything else. And that's what the narrative of the story is supposed to be. How do you fix Solo? Simple. Stop pulling Solo in them weird ass suits. You let Solo cut these promos and be like, Roman ain't coming back. The new tribal chief is here. And you actually make him dominant. You don't need him to beat Cody Rhodes to be dominant. If he hurts Cody Rhodes, that's what needs to happen. And not like an actual hurt, but like, K-Fab type hurt.
Right.
That will make more sense for me. The problem is you have Jacob Fatu in that version of the bloodline. And Jacob Fatu, his personality and his presence is so big that motherfuckers can't even look at Tonga Loa or Tama Tonga. And Tama Tonga is just as good as Jacob Fatu, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to get past the aura and the allure of Jacob Fatu when you got like Solo. If I'm Solo, I let Jacob Fatu and Tama Tonga shine. And I clean up everything. That way
I'm look close to the mic, bro.
Oh, that way I'm the most hated version of anybody in the freaking bloodline. People just hate me now. They hate me. Go the Roman route. Go the Roman route. Do the exact same thing with the Roman route or whatever. But just make sure that you're the most hated heel in that faction. Feel me?
Yeah. You know what though? This is kind of where, and I don't know if I can fully attribute this to the Triple H regime, but I feel like this is like a hiccup because you remember when Solo won the North American Championship down in NXT?
Yeah.
And they took it away from him because he was, a member of SmackDown.
Yeah.
That was a hindrance because had we got that time, because look at the reversal. They take it off of him shortly after they put it on Dominic. Dominic been on fire because he had that time to go down there, main event some episodes, semi-main events, some pay-per-views down in NXT. Mm-hmm. He got Mommy with him. Mm-hmm. He's just a heat magnet, and it did nothing but propel him. Now, had we got that same, opportunity for Solo, where he could have been the bloodline representative down there, maybe he had a feud down there, could even been a blood feud with Braun Breaker down there, then this conversation sounds completely different because you could have went the route of having North American champion versus NXT champion. You could have had him feud with Braun Breaker with Ilya Dragunov for the NXT championship, and everybody would be looking at him as he's solidified right now. Versus what you said, which is what I've been pointing out in our hot take group community chat, is Jacob has way too much appeal. He's too seasoned of a veteran for them to be like, you know what, he has to cower down to Solo. Like, nah, there's no way to do that, And then when you see the guy out of character, he's such a likable dude, and he seems so approachable, and just natural charisma, like
natural.
You know what I'm saying? So
naturally,
that's why I kept saying, I'm like, yeah, he's playing that role right now, but don't be surprised when the storyline reveals itself and he takes over this bloodline from Solo, because like night one, he came out with theme music. I'm like, the people should understand. Like these are the things that you really have to pay attention to when stories are, unraveling. Tama Tonga didn't get that when he came.
And he should have, but he didn't.
He didn't though. Not to say that he wasn't worthy of it, but he just didn't get that. It was like, okay, they were still figuring them particulars out, I guess. Jacob came out, we got theme music. He had his ring gear on already. You waiting on Jacob to face a Roman. You waiting on Jacob to face a Brock Lesnar. Maybe if they can get this stuff with Bobby Lashley together. I'm waiting to see him against these guys. I want to see him against the heavyweights.
It's not gonna happen, bro. Bobby Lashley gonna be gone, which is going to my next point, which is Raw. I'll do Raw first. And I'll do some just some basic gossip from wrestling. So Raw had good old Rhea Ripley. Dominic told Liv Morgan he hates her guts, which actually, if I look back at that promo, I noticed him trying not to look back at Rhea Ripley, which basically is foreshadowing for SummerSlam. I will keep that to myself. You're welcome to do with that information what you will with it. The match with the tag team match with the Sami Zayn Jey Uso thing was nostalgic. That was great. The matches with Braun Breaker and Ilya Dragunov. Man, they're in good hands if you use those two next up. If they're next up, you're in good hands for the next couple of years because those two are going to be carrying a lot of matches, doing a lot of great things.
Totally agree.
We also got to see Uncle Howdy give Sister Abigail a Chad Gable, which gives hope to the Wyatt Six, which is very exciting. The problem is now that you have this aspect of such things, now they have to be even more dominant because now where do you go from here?
Mm-hmm.
Feel me?
Yeah.
But other than that, though, Raw, I would say Raw was solid, good. I'll say it was good. Probably 3.25 out of 5. You know what I mean?
I'm anticipating those matches. Like I like what I'm seeing from Gunther and Damian Priest. I'm liking.
Oh yeah, that part.
We're finally getting ready to see Drew McIntyre and CM Punk face off in the square circle. We're gonna have Seth there as the special guest referee, which continues to ingratiate himself into that feud, which to me shows the long-term booking that's taking place with those three guys. That's why watching Raw, I'm like, okay, Raw is like, yeah, this is like Ruthless Aggression SmackDown.
Yeah.
And then to add to that, Raw is getting ready to go to Netflix, and they're going to continue to be able to deliver edgier content. Did you hear the rumor that Netflix is already requesting that Roman Reigns be featured primarily on Raw, and they want him to be the champion?
But see that. Hold on a second. Hold on, I got to sneeze. It's not coming out. I don't like that. Roman needs to be gone a year. Full year. Roman needs to be gone a full year. And the reason I say that is going to go to your point that you said a couple episodes ago, where if he's going to come back as a face, there's got to be different. We got to forget some things. Mm-hmm. I want anti-hero Roman. I want quick promo Roman. I want cocky asshole Roman. Pause. What I don't want is for him to hold the belt when he comes back. I don't want that. I don't need that. I don't desire that. And the reason I don't need or desire that is just because he had it for like 1,000 days. Like, you don't need to be champion again for that period of time. That was a once in a lifetime thing that happened. I didn't hear the rumors about the Netflix thing. What I hope.
It was in some dirt sheets. Like I see Cayman asked in our comments. He asked where I get the rumor from. I'm talking to some other wrestling fans at work and on the dirt sheets on Twitter. I've seen like little rumblings. I don't know how much truth is to it, so I won't say it like matter of factly, but that doesn't sound far fetched to me. Like
it does not.
that was the thing with Fox. Fox wanted Roman on SmackDown. That's why Roman stayed on SmackDown so long. That's why they continued to kind of, only let him appear on Raw, even though he's holding the Raw Championship as well. Only so much when it's just like, yo, he should be at least on Raw twice a month. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that sounds realistic. And if they don't need to, wash away what Roman has set. His what he does when he's doing promos, he needs to stay in that tweener space. Don't the succotash. We ain't never got to worry about that coming back. But let him stay, in that whole acknowledgement. Yeah, that's his what? That's his what now? You know what I'm saying? Let him continue to be cocky. He's supposed to be cocky and confident. Yo, I held the title for X amount. How many of y'all did what I did? You know what I mean? Let him continue to stay within that realm. Just he won't be as egregious and disrespectful. Now let him talk the talk when it's time for that. But I think it's a place where he can be a tweener / babyface and it could work.
Oh God, I hate this guy. This is my little brother and my deep debate nemesis Stormy, who is actually I hope he's still here when I say it. He's probably one of the most talented people I know on TikTok. He can actually do a bunch of voices, a bunch of characters, and needs to have a lot more files than he should have. He shouldn't be at the level he's at. He's probably one of those dudes. He'll be on the show after this finale, but you're like when you get around him, you're like, this motherfucker just spoke in like 7 different voices because he's really talented. Like he's nice like that. I want Jordan's Roman. I don't want bulletproof vest Roman.
And the vest is coming back, bro. Like you see, people are already getting their filter on, getting their edit on. You know what I mean? They're getting on what's the editing software?
No one wants these cats. No one wants this
It's
shit.
gonna happen, but it's this. Because they have to try to make that cool now. You got to get the flip of it. And like I kept saying, when you're going into battle, you suit up. You suit up. Now, there's not going to be any. I don't see Dean Ambrose ever coming back to WWE.
No,
so
he's
that
never
ain't
going
gonna happen.
He's never going to.
I would hope if Roman does go to Raw, they take Seth to SmackDown. Let Seth and let us get a proper revisit of Seth and Cody, because Cody needs that type of adversary right now. They're trying to give Solo the rub, but Cody needs that type of adversary that's he's gonna have a great match with. This whole thing is about now Cody being able to carry. You know what I mean? We know Roman can carry. We know Seth can carry. Now we need to see if Cody can carry in that same fashion.
I have a strong opinion about what is going to happen with the WWE, because right now Triple H does not care about storylines as much as he did in NXT. Like that means nothing to him. Triple H, once the Netflix merger hits, is going to give us something different. Now, right now, he's not, and that's why I think because somebody brought this to my attention. He's pulling from old storylines to show that he can do them better because he already has a bag of what he wants to do initially in the first place. Here's my thing. He might as well start now because you want to start off hot in order to do so. I don't want to watch the first episode of Netflix and be like,
Well, I not to cut you off, but I think the perfect example of that, because I'm with you on that. I think he does have this like pile of storylines that he's ready to unload and unravel on Netflix, right? But I think the teaser or the appetizer rather was the Liv Dom Rhea story. You see how it's aged and involved? No, everybody was like, oh, they put the title on Liv at first.
right.
And within maybe that kiss took place a week and a half after she won it, maybe 2 weeks after she won, and they've been off to the races ever since.
I just don't. Okay, can we have an honest conversation? Mm-hmm. Like, do you think? And this is just me just asking you. This is between us and the other people in the chat room that are not going to talk because they are loyal to the pod. I don't think Liv Morgan's more attractive than Rhea. I don't think that's a.
She has softer features and she's shorter. So for a lot of people, they're going to be naturally more attracted to that, I suppose. Rhea's a very athletic woman. She's a very attractive woman. When she, even in golf, I think Rhea's attractive.
Jesus, did you?
I'm a weirdo though, so that kind of stuff appeals to me. I like different women. Like I don't like a woman that's just doing the prototypical thing every other woman is doing. Like, you my friend for real in real life, so I don't have to go down that rabbit hole too much. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, no, yeah.
But so I feel like we got an appetizer with that particular storyline, that story arc. But imagine at YS6 the notch levels that's going to be able to go to on Netflix, the stuff that they can't
crazy
right now. You know what I'm saying?
It's gonna go crazy. That production volume is going to go crazy. They're gonna get everything. Nothing will get them everything. They're gonna get them everything they want. I think someone said in the chat, which is evil, and I knew it was male ass. He said, Bianca or Rhea.
It's not fair, and it's gonna make me seem like I'm about to backtrack everything I just said. But with that particular instance, I gotta go Bianca.
I refuse to choose. You're not gonna make me choose. Nope. I refuse, bro. I refuse. You can't go wrong with either choice, to be honest with you.
Look at Cayman. Highlight Cayman's comment about Liv. And that's what that is with Liv versus Rhea.
And that's great. But but see, this is my thing. I'm with Stormy on this, okay? The way she grabbed Dominic after saying all that, what are you doing? Where are you going? Where do you think you're going? You gonna go home? You gonna go home and live your regular life? No. You Rhea Ripley forever. Nah, what you want me to go home? Nope. Never.
Yeah.
You pull my hair and she just licked his face. She licked his face, which should be one of the most unappealing things that a human should want. People hate when dogs lick their face. Yeah. But for some reason, Rhea Ripley do it. We lose our damn. I'm not even doing this right now. I'm not gonna do it. NXT.
Oh wait, before we go to NXT, it was some comments I saw I wanted to highlight.
Sure.
Let's see. And Mel just came out of nowhere. Why is Sid not in the Hall of Fame? That's funny. But Cayman said Logan acted like Roman's about to be an Avenger or something. So all of that, I say all of that because I see the way I don't watch wrestling the way I guess a normal fan may watch it. I watch it like like I'm trying to figure out, like my brain just computes differently. I go to a movie and I watch a movie 9 times out of 10, I can figure out the ending before the movie opens. And I hate that. But that's just kind of how my mind goes. So I'll be sitting there watching stuff and I just compute it differently. I see Roman coming back where they're going to make him have some big adversity. He may come back by himself first, and then we'll see him go and approach Jay. We'll see him go maybe to Jimmy house and recruit Jimmy again. And we may see him go and check on the wise man and put together, and you can't forget, and we got the little Easter egg on Raw. Jay, you good, Oos? You ain't people Sammy said that?
I already said.
It's there, and I'm like, oh, now y'all got them tag teaming all of a sudden?
Hold on 1 second, bro. Hold on 1 second. I'm not meaning to interrupt you.
Yep.
It's just that we have some important news to get to.
OMG, it's Clutch Uso, king in a black robe. Ill will, hashtag high takes king.
We love to see it, bro. We love to see it. What's up, big guy?
Sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas. Somebody said that. Said that somewhere. And then
Wise man said that.
boom, I appear. What's happening, fellas? How you doing?
What's
Good. What's
happening?
good?
What's happening? What's happening, bro? You didn't miss. Well, we in the week of review right now. We're gonna get to some other stuff a little bit. Esteban Clutch in the building, ladies and gentlemen. It's a big deal. You finna get 3 very, 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 very rigid wrestling opinions for what we got going. But yeah, I peeped the Sami Zayn, Jey Uso reunion, and also they did 1D.
Mm-hmm.
You know where that's going. You know where that's going.
Hey, he's sprinkling. He's sprinkling.
You know
So
where
that's
going.
why when I approach the Roman storyline, I'm looking at him like, okay, well, if it's one character that got to get the Avengers back together, who is that character? Is that character for you Tony Stark, or is it Captain America? It's one of those two, right? But it's whoever you see as the leader of the Avengers. Yeah, he has to suit up first. Think about Avengers Endgame when Captain America was there. He got Mjolnir, like Avengers assemble. We finally got that after 10 years.
And nobody want that.
You got to get with Roman.
Nobody want that goddamn bulletproof ass, ugly ass vest. You keep that fucking vest at the crib.
No one wants the vest.
No, but like Clutch, you sent it to the group chat. People are already hitting their Adobe. You know what I'm saying? Crafting up the new Roman gear. And what are they including? They're including that vest.
Nobody wants that.
That no one wants that. They just want to give something to look at, but that's not it.
I don't think he'll wrestle in the vest. I think that vest he'll come down to the ring in it.
I feel like that picture was the way you thought in your head about that one time you mentioned it, but
no, I think that's where we're going with it. I don't think he needs it, but I think this is how WWE is going to view it, and somebody's going to be like, "Man, the vest represents the good guy Roman."
No.
I got to give you a flower too, Joe. When we get on NXT, me and Clutch was going back and forth in the group chat yesterday. And I want to get your perspective because you were noticeably absent. But you got to go ahead and introduce the NXT topics first, so we delve into that.
All right. So NXT started off with a little bit of a bang. We had a little bit of everything. NXT had some aspects where, it was exciting. It was kind of exciting for the most part. And I say it was exciting just because we got to actually see some aspects of Cedric Alexander and Adonis. There was a great street fight with I think it's Josh Briggs.
Yeah.
And the other dude whose name I can't. That was a great street fight. I'm gonna say it. Yeah, Brooks Jensen. I'm gonna say it. So y'all ain't gotta say it. Okay. Lash Legend and Takara Jackson, they won the tag team match. They're gonna be able to fight Alba Fire. They're gonna lose that match. By the way, that's cool. But what I will say is that I don't like Trick Williams going over on Cedric Alexander. I think that's the dumbest thing that another. I don't know, bro. I don't know what else. I don't know what else I got to do. I don't know what I got to do to get. I don't know what else I got. I don't know how I can put this. Trick Williams is the underdog, which means he needs to struggle at some point. But now
he's struggling.
He's struggling on like promos and everything else, but like not in the same faction of like, okay, here we go. We haven't seen Cedric Alexander wrestling God knows how long, right?
Travesty.
Right. Right. So we and this is one of the guys that were like made the Cruiserweight Classic one of the best things out. Like it was one of the best things smoking. So for it to now have him come back, lose to one Trick Williams with that fucking trick shot, which is stupid as shit. Which is stupid as shit. It's dumb. And then for it to just go the way it's going, bro. Listen, bro. it's fine to have him win with like, you know, against all odds, make it scary, all type of shit. I'm okay with that. That doesn't bother me none. But Cedric Alexander just got there. You're trying to establish him. So establish him. Same thing with freaking not Ty Dillinger. I want to call him by his actual name.
Sean Spears.
Sean Spears. Like, establish him. And then why are you having fake losses for Ethan Page? What is that? What?
I will say though, I'm glad that they're using my man's at least not in the comical form because he was a good wrestler. Like he got with what was the name of that group? He's in with Lash Legend and Takara and
Metaphor.
Metaphor.
Yeah, he got in that group and they just kind of made a caricature of him. Like he's a solid hand. Like but I definitely agree with you about the Ethan Page thing. Like you don't have him win the title and then have him do this doohickey stuff. Like
It makes sense to me. And even if it's done that way, NXT was good, don't get me wrong. But it's just the small things that really irritate my fucking soul. That really just grind my gears. And I'm sorry I missed the discussion that you and Clutch had, and I'll be more than happy.
No, it's all good because I'm gonna bring it up now. I'm gonna bring it up now because I think Clutch thought I was dissing Trick, and I'm not dissing Trick. Like I'm still very much on the Trick Williams bandwagon. I want the guy to win. I believe in Trick. I think Trick has a good look about him. I think he's comfortable on the mic. He's not there just yet. He's getting there though. He's male Jade Cargill, but just better.
I don't like that.
No, just think about the appeal. Jade Cargill's appeal is out of to the moon. You know,
hey, that's not wrong.
You know what I'm saying? But he is just he got little work he got to do, you know, here and there. So the Trick Williams versus Cedric Alexander match, he couldn't keep up. He seemed winded to me. And I don't know if they just weren't on the same page. I don't know if Ced was doing it on purpose, but it was a couple of just mishaps, and I kind of attribute that to the camera angle just being too crisp and them not, back in the day in the Attitude Era, your camera angles didn't have that super duper precision where it was catching everything. You can see when the guy is holding each other's hands like this when they're doing a power bomb now. You couldn't do that back in the day. You know what I'm saying? So it was just a lot of miscues in that match, and I don't know if Giselle was just that fast. He could just be that fast, but it was a lot of that taking place in that match, and I was just kind of like, "This is probably why they took the belt off him, because he still got to grow." So I was saying that in the group, and Clutch was like, "No, man, get up off of him." And I'm like, dog, like I'm not saying it like I don't like him no more. I'm just being objective. Like I'm looking and I'm, you know what I mean? I'm kind of just analyzing. So I just brought it to the group chat. I'm like, that's what the group chat there for, to get that perspective. So now he right here and he can add to the conversation, and you can say your piece. But I was just kind of like, that's how I started it in the group chat. I said I kind of got to give Joe his, flowers begrudgingly on this because I kind of see now what he was saying about Trick Williams with this particular match. Mm-hmm. But Clutch, before you get your part, I do want to touch on something Joe said. But Joe has a problem with Trick's finisher. So if you don't want Trick to do that particular move as his finisher, what move do you give him as a replacement? Like you got the pencil in your hand, Joe gets to pick Trick Williams to do finisher. What move are you giving?
Me?
Well, you can chime in too, Will, if you got a suggestion on the finisher.
I want to see what Joe say about the finisher because he's
here's
the problem with it.
Here's the problem with the trick shot. Okay, so you remember the Daniel Bryan knee? Starts in the corner, ends with the guy coming out. Remember Drew McIntyre's Claymore?
Mm-hmm.
Starts in the corner, ends whenever he did. The trick shot just be coming out of nowhere. Ain't no warning. Ain't nothing going on. We didn't even realize it was a finisher till the announcer said something.
That's the point, bro.
But no, bro. No. The RKO comes out of nowhere. That makes sense to me. And there's also the little recoil thing that happens before that. The Superman punch comes out of nowhere. That makes sense to me. You can throw a knee in the match any fucking time you want. That, to me, is blasphemous. Especially being 6'3", 240 plus pounds. Listen, if I'm Trick Williams and we're doing, let's say we're gonna keep the trick shot. Set it up for me. Okay, what Kevin Hart say to Kai Cenat? He said, set it up for me. Let me know what the fuck is going on before you just have me out here looking crazy and shit, and I don't know what the fuck is happening. I don't know this shit. Show me. The trick shot doesn't stem from anything. It's a nice name. Just like Trick Williams is a nice fucking hood-ass hustler name. His theme is awesome. But like if I'm Trick Williams, if I have to have a finisher, fairy tale ending with Tommaso Ciampa, just more violent. I'll even take a lumbar check at some point. A lumbar check with Cedric Alexander. I'll take his move. One of those two. If you're gonna do a trick shot, set it up for me so I know what's going on. Trick Williams is already green in the ring as is. For him to be as green as he is, there has to be some level of like, hey guys, this is my finisher. Because what's Trick's signature move? We know his finisher. What's his signature?
What move is that?
I'm guessing the scissor kick.
Is that his signature?
He does it.
He does it often now. So I'm guessing
he does. See,
you have a point. The signature move needs to be studied.
Exactly.
We
don't know what the move is. We don't know what the move is. That's
why I asked. Like, how would you? You know what I mean? If you want to add a part B to that, what do you make his signature move then? But
you can
bookend.
Yeah, you can do like a bookend.
That's what I was gonna get to. Like, should we just be? Because everybody puts him in the Booker T thing anyway, and it's obvious Booker T is, helping to kind of guide and mentor him. But you don't want to just be completely within the, the Booker T book. You know what I'm saying? You want all the play. Me personally, let's go back into the, to the attitude era a little bit. Give him the Pearl River plunge.
I don't mind that.
He's a big guy. He ain't big as Ahmed was, but give him the Pearl River plunge. Let it have that type of aggression too. But safe though. But just a thought.
I feel like if they gonna change the move or even add a signature to that one, or make the trick shot a signature for another finishing move, I would say more so. And this is funny because we used to crack jokes about this all the time before he became Trick Williams. I feel like if he had some version like a test big boot, he can use that.
That would be dope. That would be dope.
That's I think that'll fit him a little better. And yeah, like that's probably like the only thing about the trick shot, the setup part. But I kind of like the quick draw of the move. I think what made me feel like that was that Iron Survivor match they did a while back, the one that he won at the last second against Braun Breaker.
Yeah,
the way he hit him with that move that made me a believer in the finishing move. That's when I was like, okay, I can get it now. I see why. I see what makes sense now. But he hit Ilya Dragunov with a decent one. I almost feel like it depends on who he wrestles too. Maybe that's why, like against some people, like a faster wrestler, it probably don't look right, or versus people like Melo and people he probably wrestled with, Dragunov, it look a little better. And then fast ass Breaker, yeah, he gonna make it look good. So I think it's subject to wrestler he's in the ring with.
Yeah.
And
Melo is so good, like he masked a lot of that, and that's like a trait, a characteristic in itself of just like a ring general, where you're able to conceal somebody else's weaknesses where you're not really able to point them out. Like That's why I say I don't know if it was just miscues by him and Sid being not on the same page during that match, or maybe Sid was doing that himself. Because Sid probably like, yo, this dude not better than me, but he had whether you want to call it a made up champion or not, but Sid probably like, yo, he's got an opportunity I haven't gotten yet. He can't hold a candle to me, And guys may think like that in the ring. Who knows?
Ooh.
But as you guys were saying, that the trick shot into the Pearl River plunge. Oh man, yeah, that's some devastating shit right there.
That's enough for real. That's good. Like, all right, if one thing about a finisher is it always sets itself up. Every single good finisher always sets itself up where we know the finisher is coming. Problem with the trick shot is you don't ever know when that shit coming. You don't really know when that shit coming. Like there ain't no there's no setup to when that shit gonna come, and that's the problem for me with that move, because I feel like if I knew when it was coming, I probably wouldn't be so mad at it. But because he just be throwing the fucking knee out of nowhere, I'm like, okay, motherfucker, like okay, you just throwing this bitch now. You not even.
I feel like maybe if it was more times that he set the move up than when he randomly did it, it'd be presented better. Because a lot of quick strike finishing moves are as sudden as that move is. Like Big Show, he'll hit you with that WMD out of anywhere. Randy Orton have to really be beating on you before he start pounding the mat to get you for the RKO. Otherwise,
right.
The bull hammer when Wade Barrett was wrestling.
Yeah.
Usually he'll wind it up, but he just throw it. And he threw that. He did that move, and he set up for it.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's just, if it was more times, Trick might have been in the corner and hyped the crowd up and then did it, or some type of taunt to lead up to it.
Exactly.
You can see it. Maybe it'll change your opinion on it, but majority of the quick strike finisher moves usually start off where they present it slowly, and then they trying to find out different ways to do it quick. I think with him they did it backwards.
Yeah, which is asinine to me because I hate that. I think my problem with the trick shot, it's a great move, and because you're right, when he hits it on certain wrestlers, it works out perfectly fine. Pause. But the problem is that there's no setup for it. Like if you like I think Kamen said something that was pretty dope. That he can just do it that way. You can just you can do it. You can do it that way. Like that's just simple stuff. I just understand that right now, Trick Williams is the man. I get it, but he's not ready to be that just yet, because that Cedric Alexander match should have been a fire ass match, but it was a lot of Trick doing like trick shot. It was touch and go. Cedric is flowing through the match. And he's flowing so well that when he turns around to see where Trick is, he has to slow down. And Cedric's not even going like cruiserweight speed. He's going very, very, very main event. Very, 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 like for those of you that used to watch main event, very main event speed. Okay, very gradual speed. Okay. But yeah, that was an XC. I guess Joe Hendry has a match with one of the dudes from Gallus next week.
Yeah.
Roxanne Perez is blowing my mind every time. I didn't think she was going to be this good, but she's fucking amazing. She's going against Tia Hale, which is going to be a great match. I'm excited about that. Tonight was Blood and Guts. MJF is the worst human being on planet Earth. This man talked about someone's dead grandmother and said that the person who's going to be passing next should be a whole football field away from her large carcass. MJF is a super heel. Like there's Bane, Joker, there's Thanos, and there's MJF. Like there's levels to this shit. Like it's levels to this shit. This motherfucker MJF, and then proceeded to change the international heavyweight title to the American Championship belt. Superhero. I don't know how Chris Jericho keeps winning. That's weird. Toni Storm appeared tonight, which is awesome. She looks crazy as fuck, which is great. I'm excited about that.
He's a filler. He's a old filler, but he's a filler.
Yeah. Will Ospreay was there, obviously, and we got to talk about how Will Ospreay dresses. I don't like it. Fuck it. Come on, bro. You're fucking Will Ospreay. Cut the shit. Yeah, bro. Like Will Ospreay just like going to a pub. What the fuck, bro? You're fucking Will Ospreay. Like,
I mean, that's his point, though, right? He's dressing like he at the club. Like,
no. Will Ospreay. He had on his own soccer jersey and some gray sweats, and like not even like fashion sweats where you going out. You know what I'm saying? You going out, might grab a drink. You know what I mean? Just nah. These gym sweats. Like it's leg day. Okay, it's leg day today.
Probably was leg day for him.
No, bro. We got
European dad gear.
Right. European father football gear.
Yep. We talking about soccer.
Soccer. Not even fucking football Americano.
Yeah.
Football. Where we watch club. We don't even watch soccer. We watch club.
That's the
meetings. Okay, that's what that means. Team AEW won Blood and Guts. It'll be Darby Allin versus the Scapegoat for the TNT Championship. That is exciting. Yeah, but it was Blood and Guts was good tonight. It's good. It's AEW once again kicking ass. Real quick, before we get into anything else, have you guys heard about this whole Rikishi thing with Jey Uso?
Yep.
What took place?
Rikishi went on a podcast and was complaining that Jey Uso was in a storyline with Rhea Ripley, and he feels like they could be doing more for Jey Uso storyline wise, and also they feel like he's endangering his marriage with his current wife that he's been with over time for him being like he has a crush on Rhea Ripley. So he doesn't like that for his son. Now, the podcast episode has since been deleted since it received so much backlash.
Mm-hmm.
What were you guys' thoughts on this whole narrative of things with Rikishi and Jey Uso?
This is about the first time hearing about it. Plus, if you know more about it, please, you got the floor.
I heard it when he said it and got a little context behind the whole thing he was saying, and I feel like that's one of those Rikishi sometimes give these Samoan Bret Hart takes on wrestling when he gets in front of a camera. And
Samoan Bret Hart is crazy.
That's wild as fuck. Samoan Bret Hart is wild as fuck.
That's what it come off as. Like, come on, man. Like, seriously. First of all, do you know how much trouble you kind of put your son in by even saying that? That'll give his wife the impression that he might have some type of emotion connected to the storyline that he getting put in. How many times, even in his era, has he seen people who are married in romantic angles with other people? It was all in the attitude era. What you talking about? Like, come on, man. Right, you're gonna make him look like a fool. Just say you want him to be in better storylines to push his character versus the angle that he's in. Generalize it, make it plain. Don't make it personal because you make yourself look bad. We already know the type of dad you are, and I don't want to go there with you, Mr. Fatu. So sometimes it's better to shut up.
I know what he's alluding to at that last. I definitely know that part. I don't know the inner workings of their family, so I'm not gonna act like I know. But I do share Will's sentiment as far as this is a storyline, dog. Like that part is the only person that could, put his. Rhea just got married. Let's start there.
Yep. If she just licked the dude's face on live TV, she's married. Buddy Murphy didn't like tweet hate or nothing crazy, outrageous or nothing. But Papa Cheeks is real mad because his son is out here chasing a girl that's not his girl. Come on, man, be cool.
Now, the only part of his little rant that I will agree with, I do think they could be doing more with Jey Uso. I do think it was a disservice to Jey Uso and the rest of the participants in the Money in the Bank when they weren't one of the people that were going to, get the briefcase. That had Jey written all over it. Yeet in the bank. Like, that wrote itself.
They promoted it.
Yeah. Like, why even have him put a promo for that if he wasn't gonna get it?
If you saw the Peacock promotion for Money in the Bank, they showed the Yeet in the Bank briefcase before you clicked on the show, and they gave it to Drew McIntyre. Although I said Drew was gonna win, but they clearly played us on Jey. Yeah.
And it's like Jey was the favorite, and it's like Jey has been a favorite since he's been on Raw, since he's been away from the bloodline. But every time he has a quote-unquote main event match, he's losing. Anytime he has a main event opportunity, he's losing. So, what are we doing here? So that part I'll agree with. But the whole, he's endangering his marriage. Nah, bro. Unless he's in character and he's trying to get ready to try to be the new wise man. Oh, okay. Well, you're trying to get an Oscar, but if that's truly how you feel, dog, and we know how you acted with Jimmy when he got with Trinity, bro, we don't believe you. We need more people.
I feel like if this isn't in an angle, like you kind of was saying, Tim, if he's not about to show up on TV as this new Bloodlines wise man, he just trying to stir the pot to get eyes on him. If that's not what this is, I'm gonna say it again. He need to shut up.
I do not agree with one thing that Rikishi said, because from a wrestling perspective, no one wants to see Jey Uso win the World Heavyweight Championship and have a run at the World Heavyweight Championship. And I'm saying that as respectfully as possible. I'm not trying to be a hater. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm not trying to be disgruntled about it. Jey Uso has gotten a chance to wrestle in the main event. Hence the name Main Event Jey Uso. Yep. He does not win main events because that would then give him, as they say in wrestling, more heat. Jey Uso is very talented, but they have forced him to wrestle in a style that is similar to 2015 Roman Reigns, just without a Superman punch. They dumbed him down. They've made Yeet what got him over, when in all actuality, what really got him over when he first started being Main Event Jey Uso was he was just beating people the fuck up. He was doing whatever he had to do to keep his family together.
He gonna get him.
He was doing whatever.
Yeah.
Right. He was doing whatever he had to do to make sure his family was taken care of. That's when we really started messing with Jey. Especially with the Sami Zayn thing too. We started messing with him on that angle as well. Mm-hmm. If we're being brutally honest, when Jey cut the promo, you out and I'm out too, we all jumped for joy. We was like, hell yeah, it's fucking awesome. This is gonna be great. But then they did all these weird ass things with the confines of the storyline that made no sense. Listen, WWE booking for Jey Uso has been piss poor. it has been tracked. Okay, it has been terrible. Actual factuals. Them dumbing down his moveset and his style in the ring, it has been trashed. Them marketing him the way they market him, fucking brilliant because he's making bank. Okay, there's so many Yeet shirts that's been sold out. That Money in the Yeet shit sold out. All that shit. He gonna be rich for a while. Getting the bag. Now, if he on his Razor shit where he like, I really don't want to be world heavyweight champion, but I want this bag though, I fucks with it. However, Rikishi going on a podcast and saying he doesn't understand why there's no Yeet in SummerSlam and that how this is going against Samoa culture to, have this whole thing. You were married in a group with your homies where y'all were drinking, going to the strip club on a regular basis in real life. You were married. And if I'm not mistaken, every other week, you was having chicks do the little electric slide thing with you and Too Cool on a regular basis, and you like have them all on your arm and dancing with them.
Look fly today.
You have a look around with Godfather too?
Hold on. You were married. Godfather slid up on you with some hors d'oeuvres.
Young breezies.
And you in there doing the whole electric slide and groove with him. Now, you're right. May not be a love storyline, but we're not gonna judge. We're not gonna judge, big guy. We're not, because at the end of the day, okay, as an OG, you an OG. You know what I'm saying? You seen stuff. You seen stuff, and it worries you. And it's okay to say, I'm concerned about my son because I don't want something to happen to affect his home life. I don't want that for him. But don't speak for all Samoans and be like, oh yeah, we Samoans don't do that shit. It's in the third. You ain't even show up to your own son wedding. You thought we forgot? Nah.
Season 2. Leave your children's marriages alone.
Yeah, you thought we forgot.
Right there. That right there is why he probably won't be the wise man, because that's documented. That's on television. Like,
yeah.
That was on, what was that? Divas? Total Divas?
Total Divas.
Yeah. Season 2, episode 3. You went and did a gig at somebody's event when your twin son was getting married.
So a fine black woman.
A beautiful black woman. A beautiful black woman.
And tell me one thing that Jey Uso did in this whole Rhea Ripley thing, except promote the hell out of Waffle House, that got him so concerned about his marriage. When you out here twerking cheeks with Godfather hoes, like, shut up.
You putting your cheeks in other men's faces. I just want to tell you right now, you putting your cheeks in other men's faces. That you did it on purpose, as a move in general in the first place, on a weekly basis. Let's just get this out.
2 or 3 times a week.
Yeah, a week, like it was a regular basis. Okay, now don't get me wrong, you were a great in-ring performer. I'm never gonna say you're not, Mr. Rikishi, sir, but respect.
He built up for that. Tricks you learn from Rikishi. Do this before you trick shot people.
Oh yeah, there you go. Boom, there it is. See, all comes together. Wrestling's for everyone, guys. So real quick,
for everybody.
Real quick, let's get this thing going.
Ooh, the round table's getting heated. Heated round table.
My bad. Go ahead, bro. My bad.
You good? Because this can actually go from off of what I'm about to say now, actually. So I realized as we was talking, there are 2 different versions already of main event Jey Uso. There's the I'ma get him main event Jey Uso, and then there's the current Yeet version of main event Jey Uso. Now, the original version, he basically disappeared at SummerSlam last year. So that's because the main event Jey Uso we have now really started then with the wave and the song change and all that extra good stuff. Tattoo, his whole presentation changed that night. Now, the guy that beat Roman Reigns, even getting that position, the guy who was always, aggressive and all that guy literally left after his brother turned on him. And now he's the funny Yeet guy. that's also a reason why he's not like winning, because the first version of Jey Uso used to win
all the time.
Go back and check some of those like main event matches he had on SmackDown when we didn't have a crowd and stuff. He won those matches. He ain't been that high since.
Over the Uso.
Yeah.
He was wrestling his ass off. Pause. All right, guys. This has probably been one of the biggest things that people have talked about all through the IWC. They're doing on Wrestle Talk, probably WrestleGram as well. Bobby Lashley is no longer shown on the main roster of WWE. MVP is also not there as well. So allegedly, there's issues with Bobby Lashley being re-signed. For the subject of this and this purpose only, who is at fault here for the Bobby Lashley failure with not re-signing him? Is it Trips? Did Trips fumble, or was Bobby Lashley being stubborn because he think because he can do better elsewhere?
Well, Bobby's proven himself. Like his almighty run during Raw, he showed he was supposed to be up there with the Brock Lesnar's, with the Romans, with the Drew McIntyres. Like y'all know, oh my, I went and made a beeline on WWEshop.com to just grab that almighty shirt. You know what I'm saying? Because I was so glad that we were finally getting to see him in that light the way he did in TNA. You know, Headband Bobby was like, it ain't Perk Angle, but he was putting on some clinics out over there with that headband on the TNA now. So, you know, you go ahead and hit the YouTube if you ain't familiar. But until I can we get a interview with Bobby where Bobby speaks on it, I don't really want to, you know, delve into it too much. I know MVP has went out there and called Triple H a racist. I can't, you know, agree with that sentiment because it's too many people of color over there in WWE that are getting opportunities, you know, and they're not making a fool of themselves, being caricatures of, you know, street hoodlums or thugs or hookers or whatever. All the kind of, you know, church. None of this kind of crazy stuff that Vince had all of these black wrestlers doing since forever, as long as we've been watching wrestling. You know, today African American wrestlers are presenting themselves in the light that they want to be presented in, the characters they want to, you know, have. You know, so I can't agree with that sentiment. I also don't know the inner workings, so I don't want to call MVP a liar, but I don't know. You know, it's just what I'm seeing on television. I can't, you know, side with that when I'm seeing a clear-cut difference. When it's like, okay, we got black announcers, we've had black champions, we got black wrestlers being utilized week in, week out. Sure, they fumble. You know, we got our Seds, we got our Ricochets. You know, we got our Ashanti, the Adonis, but at the same time, they back on television. You know, we've had more black representation in a positive light in recent years than we've ever had on television. At least since I've been watching. I mean, Booker T had his run over there in WCW, you know, but that's my speech.
I'm gonna we hot take wrestling, so let's just go there. There used to be this idea that Triple H was racist. People used to give facts to try to, you know, force the whole point home and everything else. But then, like, hey, Triple H and Shawn Michaels both did an angle with a group called Crime Time. Y'all remember Crime Time? I remember how they were presented, and that was all Vince McMahon. They didn't do anything to make them look bad. When they did angles with them, guess what they did? They put them over in the characters that they were. Now you see them in the position that they're in as we speak. Because I'm going to really go there. Javon Evans. Have you paid attention to the way that he's presented on NXT? If you're a regular person of color he acts like a regular Gen Z person in this present time, and he's presented that way. It's nothing offensive. It's nothing too like hood about him that's gonna make him offensive to anybody or like misrepresent certain things or nothing. He's just a regular African American dude. I ain't seen nobody presented that way in a plainly in a very long time. Without something being like to him, like he a former gang member, he used to rob people, stuff like that. It's just a regular guy. Now, I feel like the people who feel like that, MVP, I think when Vince got out of his position, he might have had higher expectations for what actually happened in his situation. I think he felt like a lot of people did, that the moment Vince got out, that his ideas would be heard and presented better under the new regime, and probably just didn't get his way. We got to be real with ourselves, guys. Everything that we think that we want to happen when Vince is gone, it's just not going to happen. It's not realistic. Everybody we like is going to be champion. Everybody we like is going to be over and win. And what life did that happen instead of a video game? It's not a video game. Somebody, like I've been talking about Tony Khan with that for a long time. He's starting to get better with stories, and I'm really happy for the people that's involved. But that's always been my thoughts on his booking style personally. But again, I think MVP might have had this idea that the Hurt Business could have got back together once things changed and didn't happen. He might have had a bitter taste in his mouth about that, because I mean, what was he doing like at the current time up till he was off TV completely? He was managing Owens, and that was like his progression after being with Bobby Lashley. And it wasn't even the Hurt Business; it was just him and Lashley together, and they were teasing the Hurt Business, and it never happened. Now we got Bobby with a failed Hit Row member in the Street Profits, and they've been stuck in a damn angle with Karrion Kross and his crew for months on end with no direction. That's just what's going on. Bobby Lashley might be just making a power move with WWE to get them to go do something about this, because we're talking about somebody that beat Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar clean in his career, and y'all want him to go somewhere?
Right.
As we like in the last time we seen Bobby Lashley on TV, he's one of those people that's like over no matter what now. And he's never been this over to me. Right. The crowd is rocking with his song. He's doing a hand gesture, and they like, when did that ever happen? He used to do this thing. Remember that? Like, what was that?
Yeah.
Now the crowd rocking with him. I'm like, this is a good time to put a belt on him. Now is a good time to put a belt on Bobby Lashley. But he's not on TV, and he's in a stable feud with no real direction. They done took that whole, and what's going on with the Pride fighting black people? Like they took, not the Pride, but the Karrion Kross, but what they call the Final Testament.
Final Testament.
Like they were just fighting the Pride, and now they're attacking the New Day. Damn.
Not only attacking New Day, trying to split them up.
Right.
Split them up and take Xavier Woods on. Here's my thing. The whole Triple H being racist and Hickenbottom being racist thing is an accurate assessment based on their actions. However, if you go over what they've done for a lot of people of color in this age, in this era of what they've done or whatever, they've done a lot. They've done a lot. Okay. Now, this is what I want to say about the Bobby Lashley thing, and only the Bobby Lashley thing. Triple H fucked that up. He fucked that up. He fucked that up when he made the Street Profits and Bobby Lashley the Pride, and he made them faces and not heels. He fucked that up by not allowing Bobby Lashley to be who Bobby Lashley actually is, just dominant, strong in the first place. What is the one thing that SmackDown desperately needs? Star power. Bobby Lashley's a fucking star. Bobby Lashley against Cody Rhodes is going to go over no matter how you slice it. It is an easy way to fucking do it. It is an easy way to fucking do it. You don't even have to involve the Street Profits in it. You can have two heel factions go at each other to figure out who's going to beat up Cody Rhodes. The bloodline and the pride could have been a thing where you could have had it the same way you did the bloodline and the Judgment Day. Two anti-hero factions just trying to figure this shit out so one person got to move because there ain't enough room for the both of us. Simple. Not hard. It is a simple way to go about doing it. Trips, head of creative, fuck that up. Bobby Lashley's basically like, yo, I'm out, bro, because I'm like in my prime. I can go with anybody. He even said in the quote, the main event night one of WrestleMania, I beat 3 out of the 4 people in that ring. Me. What did you say to me right now? The Street Profits do not need to be faces anymore. It's over with. It's over with.
To their credit, they tried.
Yeah.
When the Pride first got together, they were originally supposed to be heels, but you know, it's just a bad time to make them heels. Something drastic has to happen for that to really happen. And I don't know. Like, I think about what we said that one time when we were talking about the whole ways to split up the Street Profits, and I feel like in order for them to be heel or there to be a heel in that situation, Montez would have to turn on. No, Dawkins would have to turn on Montez, and they have to push him based off that to like get a heel out of that situation, and then we'll get the Montez for that everybody wants so bad. But
I respect that, bro. Like, I respect that. I think that could happen, or you could just have them beat up people that we love and we're like big fans of. Like, why can't the Street Profits just beat the shit out of DIY?
Do y'all remember we said this might have been last season or season before that? We were just kind of like fantasy booking how you can make the Street Profits valuable heels.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember when Said got kicked out of Hurt Business. They released Shelton Benjamin.
Mm-hmm.
And we were like, yo, Street Profits, Hurt Business. That's money.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that would have worked. That could still work if they were willing to just. I don't know how far going that is in terms of the MVP, Bobby Lashley, Triple H power dispute that's going on right here in terms of that particular story angle. I don't know if that's necessarily Triple H. That might be TKO that don't want to see the Hurt Business return. We don't know those intricate details.
Right.
But when we get back, I want to go back to something you said, Joe. And I know I said this either last week. No, I wasn't on last week. Maybe the week before.
Mm-hmm.
I said we don't know who that Clubber Lang was for Cody. I said Cody right now. This is Rocky 3, and King Clutch came in. This is why I always look at this stuff as movies. It's Rocky 3. He got the title now. You know what I'm saying? He's smiling, kissing babies. You know what I mean? Putting over the good guys. But it's somebody hungry, ready, not in that spot. The Almighty back to dominate. Will just said it. The one that was doing this,
yeah,
that man would destroy Cody. Destroy Cody. And that's a storyline in itself that we gonna sink our teeth into as fans, because while it's not Roman, it's going to be just as engaging, it's going to be just as enjoying, and it's going to be just as entertaining, because he was that caliber champion at that time when he was champion over on Raw. And
he don't need to talk. And not to interrupt you, he don't even got to talk.
He don't.
You just got to beat Cody up.
He come and dominate, and literally just do what Brock Lesnar did to Cena that year when he at Night of Champions, when he just suplexed him like 10 times and took the belts.
Yep.
Like,
yeah.
Nobody, that's gonna catch everybody off guard. We're gonna be like, holy shit, what?
Yeah.
Did that just really happen? Yeah. And we back in. We back in just that quickly. We can't wait to turn on Monday Night Raw. We can't wait to turn SmackDown on. What the hell going on? You know what I'm saying? So the Clubber Lang, that's the answer right there. I didn't even necessarily think about Bobby in that space.
until all this, until you literally just said that right there. It's like,
he fits the bill. I mean, imagine if Bobby Lashley just said, "Forget it." He slid in the ring and just started spearing him till he just got tired. Until he literally got tired of spearing him.
Who's gonna stop him from doing a hurt lock on him?
No one.
Who's gonna break the hurt lock on him?
Not Cody. Not Cody Rahim.
You think Kevin Owens gonna beat up Bobby Lashley? You think Randy Orton, just because he put on some weight, could not beat up Bobby Lashley?
He can get hurt locked too.
Yep. And then the thing of it is that I'm excited about the move to Netflix. I wish they would go into that era of just like there's really no good guy or a bad guy, just agendas. That's fine with me. If they can fix it just like this. Take Street Profits off TV for a month. Take Bobby Lashley off. And then soon as whatever, before Bash at Berlin or whatever, Cody's facing whoever he's facing or whatever, DIY and DIY happen to be out there. You bring the pride out and just have them destroy all three champions. Announcer tables, chairs, all types of stuff, and just not even involve them in the chicanery and in the pageantry. Just have them beat them up. No promo, no nothing. Quietly beat them up. And you can put a mouthpiece if you want to on that if you want to. That's up to you. You don't have to do that though. Just have them beat people up is enough. Because Bobby Lashley's name rings enough where it's like, fucking Bobby Lashley. Who's gonna stop Bobby Lashley?
What about Beef Fab?
Bobby Lashley's name alone is enough. That's not funny. Don't do this shit. Stop that right now. Stop that shit right fucking now.
What about Beef Fab?
B is fucking.
Put her on the mic for hit roll.
Two people just walked out because you said B-Fab. They just walked out. The fucking B-Fab. Fucking B-Fab.
They already did it. I'm saying something that happened. Hashtag B-Fab.
Well, don't put B-Fab on shit. Don't put B-Fab on shit. Don't let her do shit.
Hey, B-Fab for next WCW.
Oh, yeah. Yes. B-Fab next WCW.
Next WCW. Book it.
I hate
no
you both.
No bread, no water, just meat.
This is for you guys with a great segue. This is for you guys. Here we go.
Acknowledge your WCW.
Crush on me. Ew, no. Yeah, I think you do.
Hey, beautiful. Hey, there goes my baby. You don't know how good it feels to call you my girl. There goes my baby. Oh, loving everything you do. Ooh, girl, look at you.
Real quick, shouts out to Nova Wrestler. She goes by Nova Kane. She also goes by Nova. She actually put us on her story and posted us on her page as well. Again, that is at Nova Wrestler. Her name is Andrea Benoit. I believe she's from Canada. She has appeared on AEW, a couple of the WWE programs as well. Major indie wrestler in Canada. Is taking bookings currently as we speak right now. Again, she is a major deal. Please go follow and acknowledge your WCW at Nova Wrestler, ladies and gentlemen.
I think I started something.
Nice.
I see what you did there.
Nova Kane.
Big fan.
Just a big fan. I see what you did there.
People. So I want to let the people know. So normally, this moment right here is where you would hear somebody by the name of Wise Man say something about cinnamon toast crunch milk, and that being eaten and drank and such for like 15 minutes. And he's not here today, so you won't be getting that tonight. Sorry, but
insert random.
Here.
Yeah, insert random chicanery of something involving pipe, changing religions, fucking up credit scores, and child support.
And one time, I gotta let him know the medium meat.
And the medium meat.
I'm
this fool had King came in the corner.
He said,
Hey, Kevin, you okay? You all right? Jesus, I was so scared for him that night. That fool was hammered. Guys, greatly appreciate it. Again, this will be another time where we also have this segment as well.
Hot take.
Hot Take After Dark.
So Jose, I got something here I want to do a little different with Hot Take After Dark. Since we don't have Wise Man here.
Okay.
I'm gonna bring it back to the world of wrestling, and this question I want to ask. See what you guys think here for Hot Take After Dark.
Okay.
What's a bigger draw for WrestleMania Las Vegas? Will it involve a match with Cody Rhodes or a match with CM Punk? Which match would be the bigger draw?
Do you mean money-wise or wrestling fan-wise?
Both.
Money-wise, Cody Rhodes is always going to be the bigger draw because he appeals to ages 8 to 35. For the wrestling fan, we go see CM Punk.
But this is why I asked that, right? Because that same question, the same answer you just gave for Cody, we used to give that to one Juan Cena. And Juan Cena was getting sold out by CM Punk. Best in the World shirts. They had topped him during that pause, that era, that whole when that Best in the World run began.
Yeah.
So I just was sitting back and I just said, yo, for Vegas, because I'll be honest, I don't think Cody Rhodes will be in the title picture during WrestleMania next year. I don't. I don't think he needs to be. But so I was wondering, I said, well, Punk has alluded to it in his promos. He said he came back for one reason and one reason only. He wants the main event of WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
And if he's able to stay healthy going into next year, will this be his chance? Will this be his best opportunity to main event of WrestleMania? And I just thought about the drawing power of both guys, and I said, let me ask the fellas what they think.
Well, first, this question too deep for Hot Take After Dark.
I was gonna ask it for the heated round table, but we was already kind of in our bag. So
yeah, because it was kind of said perfectly. Honestly, with Cody Rhodes, the run he on right now, basically how they want him to appear. I've said what I said about how I feel about his title run. I think Damian Priest's run is more entertaining personally, but still drawing power and positioning WWE wise. Cody Rhodes is going to draw more. He's like, they presented him like Martin Luther Bret Hart. That's exactly what they're doing. That's who Cody Rhodes is. He's Martin Luther Bret Hart. His championship run is like Bret Hart's in the 90s, and he is who he is. Like y'all see what I see every week. What you talking about?
Martin Luther Bret Hart is wild.
That's who Cody Rhodes is. He's Martin Luther Bret Hart. That person's going to draw. And why he got the belt? I want Punk to be in the main event of WrestleMania, but with so much Rock chicanery and stuff still involved, how does that happen?
Right.
If it does, it's going to be closer to when he's actually done, and maybe I give Punk with his fragileness maybe 2 years tops. If I'm being honest.
Same.
So however next year goes, it can go however it's going to go. And if they want to build for Punk to like really close out his career at WrestleMania, they can start to build towards that. I would say next summer. Summertime always been a big season for CM Punk. So.
Same.
If he can call it like that, hell, next year supposed to be the retirement tour of John Cena. He might just decide after seeing how that goes to do the same. And wouldn't nothing be wrong with that? Wouldn't be like he was, copying off him. They up there.
Yeah, I agree. Everything he said is right. I'm worried about CM Punk's body. Pause. Because I don't think he can deal with the strenuous wrestling because of the MMA training, because that takes a toll on you. Mm-hmm. Cody is built for it right now. He's ready. I doubt. I would be happy if CM Punk got his main event, because he was owed that main event for what he did for the company from like 2011 to 2015, 2014, excuse me. But strange things happen. I still stand by what I said. I think CM Punk sold as many shirts as he did because he was new. John Cena was there for the longest time. He was out selling everybody with shirts and everything else, but CM Punk was new. He was fresh. He was a new cool thing. He was with the cool kids and all other shit. So I still stand by it. I think it's CM Punk for the wrestling fans, Cody Rhodes for the money.
We'll see. I agree with y'all.
Yep. So this is Hot Take After Dark. So I just want to reiterate the thing I've said before. Ladies, send it. Fellas, do a better job of sending it. Be creative. Don't be weird about it. Just send it. Okay? All right? Don't be scared to shoot your shot, fellas. In any shape, fashion, or form. When I say don't be scared to shoot your shot, be mindful of who you're shooting your shot at, okay? I had a homie who slid in some girl's DMs, and she sent him an emoji with a pin, a balloon, and a pop. So you got to watch out who you're sending it to when you're sending the DM to in the first place, okay? You be mindful.
Be subtle, not aggressive.
Yeah, don't be. Yeah, that's the one. There it is. Boom. Boom. Send it. Be subtle, not aggressive. Okay? If you've said hey for the past 3 days and there's no response, just block yourself. Just block yourself. Don't even indulge in such aspects of such things. Run, my brother. Okay? Run. Escape. Move on. There's no point. If you've slid in the DMs and the responses you get are one-word answers, there's no interest there, sir. There's no one's that busy. There's no interest there, sir. Move on with your life. Okay? You do better. You deserve better. You are a king. Okay? Drake wouldn't take stuff like this. Okay? You know why? He's Drake. All right? Send it. Be subtle, not aggressive, and ask yourself, what would Aubrey do? And not like, now Aubrey, in his feelings, drinking rosé, Aubrey, looking out the window, looking for help. That one.
And just for the record, do not, I repeat, look at me.
Look at it.
Do not randomly ever send meat pics and videos to women.
That's weird. Don't do that.
It's creepy.
Don't do that. Yep.
It's not required.
Yep.
Remember what I said about subtle?
Subtle.
Ease into it. Just like anything, it's a process. But baking a cake is a process. Even sex, you gotta. Foreplay is for making it good. You rush into it, and well, you get what you get. I'll say that.
Yeah. No, you can't. You can't just jump into these things. The thing of it is that you have to understand that when you get in these spaces, every young lady has a group chat, and you got to remember, you got to want a great nickname in that group chat. Depending on how well and how subtle, how mindful you are, and how much arbor you think, you got to remember what your nickname might be. Just something to think about. Logan.
Yes, sir.
You got SummerSlam card pulled up so we can do some SummerSlam picks right fast?
Yep.
You start whenever you're ready, sir, and we'll do that. Knock that out.
Okay, the card as it stands right now. I'm just going to go down the line how CBS Sports got it. Undisputed WWE Championship, Cody Rhodes versus Solo Sikoa.
Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes. It's Cody Rhodes.
There's the answer there.
Right.
I look forward to the match for a number of different reasons that have nothing to do with nobody in it.
Yeah.
Okay. World Heavyweight Championship, Damian Priest versus Gunther.
Priest gonna retain.
He retains. It's too soon for Finn. It's too soon for Finn to fuck him over. Priest retains.
And they're building him up pretty well too. Like he's gonna retain.
That's why I think he's gonna lose. Believe in the swerve. For shits and giggles, I'd say Gunther. WWE Women's Championship, Bayley versus Nia Jax.
Nia Jax. I'm doing it for the swerve too now. I'm just doing it for the swerve too now.
She's not
I think the swerve is them making Bayley retain. I think that is the consensus is Nia is gonna win the belt. I think because they think that Bayley gonna end up retaining.
Do you think we get Tippy Stratton cash in?
I was just getting ready to say, does that
It
become
depends on how physical the match is. Like I can't call that until we see what really happens. Because with a Nia Jax match, that can go anywhere.
Because Bianca she had a pretty good match, and she got cashed in on that was last SummerSlam, right?
Yeah,
SummerSlam. Yeah, no, that was last.
Io Sky cashed in on Bianca Belair last year.
You were there last year.
I was there on that.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm wondering if it's Stiffy time. I think it might be too soon for Stiffy time.
I think
it's a little too soon.
I think it's too soon.
They're not gonna jag 2 cash-ins in less than a month after the thing, so they're gonna draw hers out. That's why they did what they did. We're probably not gonna see that to either the end of this year or sometime in WrestleMania season.
I'm gonna say Nia only because I think it's time for them to include a female in the family tree, the MFT, the bloodline. We didn't see that during Roman's era. So maybe some interference by one of the guys in the MFT. But yeah, I think I'm gonna pick Nia.
Okay.
I want Bayley to retain, but I think I'm gonna pick Nia.
You say MFT.
My family tree. Let's see. Women's World Championship, Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley.
Liv Morgan.
I got Liv too.
Dom's gonna turn on Rhea.
I want Rhea to win so badly.
It's not gonna happen, buddy, because yeah, man.
It's the thrill of the chase.
Yeah. Fucking
a little longer.
We may not think that young lady is what she is, but there's other people who are very fond of that young lady. So
if Rhea Ripley gets screwed and lose to Oblivion, we gonna have a problem.
Yeah.
I hate the Oblivion. I'm saying it. That is a terrible move.
That is a whack ass finisher. I'm not even gonna hold you. It would be an awesome finisher. Maybe it ain't been sold right. Because for her size, that's a solid finisher. solid finisher for her size. But yeah, like you just tell me she just fall forward. Come on, bro. Like she just fall forward. You just fall forward.
She needs a move that's either a quick strike or I believe she needs to adopt the AJ Lee octopus stretch. Yep. One or the other. Because that Oblivion move is, if people like my mother, she will look at that and say, she just sat there and let her do that to her. And I couldn't say nothing.
Yeah.
I couldn't say nothing.
You know, like it's gotta be a submission. It's gotta be.
I think the octopus stretch is a good way to go with that.
Yep. I agree. Because the Oblivion stretch.
All right. United States Championship. Logan Paul versus LA Knight.
Yeah. There's my answer.
I think it's a must win. This is a must win for LA Knight. He's been kind of floundering. You know, I think he got to a certain peak when he was facing Roman. And since then, it's just kind of been like, you know.
Has to do that.
Ever since LA Knight kind of got taken out of the title picture in the Roman Reigns situation, he's been alluding to in multiple ways, ever since Austin Theory was U.S. champion, that he wanted to be U.S. champion from there. And it just ain't happening yet. This is the time.
This
the Summerslam from memory. That's an LA Knight event.
Now's the time.
So it's time.
Has to happen.
We all in agreement. Okay.
Yeah, Logan Paul don't even hurt from this loss, if you be honest. He's been doing all right. He's turned the U.S. title into something by the way he's carried it, being off and on TV. So
ain't his baby due?
Bingo.
Oh, okay.
I was about to do that. Yeah, he's engaged. Baby on the way. Yeah.
We might not see Logan Paul until Survivor Series or Royal Rumble after this. We can real with ourselves.
You took words out of my mouth. I was gonna say the Rumble.
Yep.
All right. IC Championship match: Sami Zayn versus Braun Breaker versus Ilya Dragunov.
It's triple threat.
Well, unless they just thinking that's what's going to take place. I think it's Braun Breaker though. So I think let's just say Sami versus Braun Breaker.
I'm not ready for the New England Championship yet, just because I feel like Sami Zayn is still in a space where he's growing into the champion that he wants to be. Now, if Jimmy comes back on SmackDown on Friday, Sami Zayn's losing his belt.
Ding, ding, ding.
Saturday.
There it is. That's exactly what I was going to say.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember reading something where they were saying that one of the main reasons that Breaker lost the first match is because if they were to put a title on him, they want to do it on a big stage. And SummerSlam is one of the big WWE PLEs. And I figure if they're going to do something like that at any moment, it would make sense to happen at SummerSlam. I feel like this is what we might not be thinking about. If there is bloodline implications to it, they could cost Sami the match. Breaker's still going to get the win in the title regardless. If that happens, it might not be a clean win. That's my take on that.
That's how you bring the Sami thread back into it, though. I agree.
Yep.
Drew McIntyre versus CM Punk with special guest referee Seth freaking Rollins.
I mean, Drew can afford to lose it. He can afford to lose it. I'd be surprised if Drew went clean. I think it is going to be like Undertaker, Bret, and Shawn. I think it's going to be just like that, where going to be so much shit where Seth hits Drew in the head with something or cost Drew something, and he had to count him out. Something like that.
Okay, so Seth Rollins being the referee, you gotta think about who he hates the most between the two people involved, and he probably hate Punk a little more than Drew McIntyre.
I agree with that.
It's just how unhinged Drew McIntyre been lately. I got this feeling he gonna overstep with Seth and force his hand, and Punk gonna end up probably getting it.
Double disqualification. Keep it going. Keep it going to Bad Blood, man. Bad Blood is in October.
Both y'all lose. Now what?
And we
if he have on a referee shirt, anything like that, jacket from Monday, boy.
The way Seth, the way he been dressing, I was gonna say he gonna have like the glittery referee shirt.
This shit gonna be
ruffles and hood.
It's gonna be loud as shit. That shit gonna be loud as fuck. All right, guys. Make sure you follow us on all your socials: TikTok at Hot Take Wrestling, Instagram at Hot Take Wrestling, Twitter at Wrestling Take, Twitch at Hot Take Wrestling Podcast, at NMG TV Network. These are the contributors to the Hot Take Wrestling Podcast. Myself, Ill Will, one Ken Gardner, Old Man Logan, No Chill with Phil. Myself again, also one at Jay Lozado as well. This is our WCW this week at Nova Wrestler. She is amazing. She is a great wrestler. She's a champion in a couple of the indie programs that she's actually in. Please go give her a follow. Tell her Hot Take sent you. Also, guys, please make sure you go to the Discord. We are going to be streaming pay-per-views via that Discord as well. For AEW, for WWE, I strongly suggest that you join the Discord immediately. Clutch, please give us your outro, sir.
I want y'all to know, like, at WCW, she look like she don't want no bread. She don't want no water. I feel like if I finish that, I'm going straight out the Book of the Wise Man because I'm trying to trying to see what Ben Watchik's like. But anyway, it's been amazing.
Canadian, bro. Canadian.
Hey. But yeah, wherever No Chill and KG at, hope y'all straight. Gentlemen, this has been a pleasure. I needed this personally, but y'all know why off the script.
Yes, sir.
And I can't wait to see SummerSlam because, man, I miss my boy. Oh, he better be coming for SummerSlam, man.
Man, he not coming back to SummerSlam, bro.
Don't do that to me.
Bro, it's Bad Blood is when it's full coming back, right before fucking War Games.
I'm going to be in Atlanta on the first thing smoking.
Right before, bro. Right before.
Ooh, wait now. Can we make Bad Blood happen, gentlemen?
Well, it's in October?
Yeah.
October?
I don't know, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. I don't know.
I will gas up Big Red. We can just get to the arena in a hotel. I mean, what's up? I know.
Bro, we can watch that shit at a bar. I don't give a fuck. No. I don't even need to be in the arena. It's up to y'all. Real quick, guys, remember, send it. Be mindful and be subtle. And ask yourself what will Aubrey do. Take care of yourselves. Old Man Logan, give us your outro, please, sir.
All right, so I want to remind the listeners and the viewers, everybody that came and was in the comments tonight, this is our mid-season finale. So we are going to be going for a couple of weeks. Fellas got things going on. Joseph is going to be across the waters, enjoying life. Life been lifing over here. But, the movement moves on. But we're going to get a couple of weeks to rest and recalibrate and re-energize, refocus, and get ready to return and finish this season. So, y'all stay tuned, stay with us, stay locked in on social media, TikTok, IG, YouTube. Go watch the old episodes. Plenty of those over there for y'all to watch. Go listen to the episodes. Make sure y'all listen to Boulevard Ad Radio every Wednesday, okay? Dropping that thing every Wednesday on DSP, followed by the video companion on Thursdays. All right, Thursdays at 6 p.m. So make sure y'all do that for me. Hit that subscribe button on the NMG TV on YouTube. Okay, that helps us all out. And outside of that, man, I hope y'all enjoyed this episode. Hope y'all enjoyed, listening to the brothers named Hot Take Wrestling. And always, always, always remember, we the ones, not the twos, who's believe that.
Take care of yourselves. We'll see you guys in a couple weeks. Be good. Hi, Nova.
Hi.